Hi. It's been a minute. I don't even remember how to do this. I've been gone for like a week. Um, and it is not the start of the year that I was hoping it would be, but I was planning on doing a kind of yearly update with channel and Fae and other games and memberships and personal and just all of those things anyway. So the tone of the video will change a little bit, but I guess the overall message still works. So let's get into it, I guess. If you didn't know, like literally the last time I was live, I did like an annual goals kind of stream, and I'll pop them somewhere over here to get you caught up. If you didn't know, um, I have bigger ambitions this year. The first thing that I want to do is learn the fundamentals of Japanese because I'm planning a Japan trip for 2025. Because, I'm not getting any younger, I guess. I want to get physically healthier, which kind of parlays into running a marathon. I have probably just under a dozen half marathons under my belt over the last 5-10 years. I've never done a full marathon, and again, only getting older, so I assume it's harder as your body starts to break down. So I only got a couple years left to do that. So why not? Why not make this year the year? I've already started training, kind of. Admittedly, New Year's Eve, I have this weird thing on my foot, a callus that like grows in the wrong direction. So I don't know what it is, but I was drunkenly taking my sock off and ripped it out of my foot. So I've been held up for a couple days. Because the thing about feet injuries that nobody really tells you, they don't heal unless you're like not on your feet, which I usually am pretty frequently. So there's that. I've talked way too much about my feet already. I want to host a charity stream. I have an idea around what that is gonna look like structure-wise and how I kind of want to do it. I want to have more family balance, right? And that has become increasingly important to me, given that I am coming off of a work week where I have already put in about 60 hours, give or take. So there's that. It's still going on, actually. There's a chat going on right to my left here about a solution import crisis. No, it's relatively resolved. But there genuinely was one, but it's probably fine now. We got some unfortunate news about Josie, who has been Gemini's dog for going on 14 years. She turned 13 in like October. So we got her annual blood work back. We knew that she had kidney issues. And it's the main reason why I have been away for this week, for the most part. She went from a borderline stage 1 kidney disease to nearly stage 4 within the last few months. So, needless to say, she had her appointment, but she had started to kind of nosedive in the last week or so. And the blood work confirmed it. So we had her hospitalized for a day where they were basically just running IV fluids and stuff on her. And now we're actually placing IV fluids in her at home daily for now, just so that she stays hydrated and that her kidneys stay flushed out. Otherwise, she's good, She doesn't like to drink water. And you know, we're just trying to keep her hydrated. We're hoping that between the fluids and some supplements, that she will maybe stabilize a little bit, so that we can at least get a few more months with her where her quality of life is still good. So that's where we're at with her. I made a post about it on the channel earlier this week because I had some live streams planned, but obviously, you know, that was 100% taking precedence. Sorry. But she is very much like Gemini's child, so it was not unexpected, but it was much more abrupt, I think, than we had originally planned. So that was a lot to digest. So this, having made said list before any of that even happened, you know, it falls in perfectly into alignment with you know, kind of where I want to be this year and beyond. Truly, completely counterproductive to that is I am creating a second YouTube channel. I don't want to. I am doing this. Everybody has resolutions at the end of the year or goals at the end of the year that, you know, they're like, well, maybe, you know, maybe I don't hit this, or you know, maybe I don't achieve that. This is something that is currently in works. The Cipher Shop thing is going to launch soon. I had intended to launch it this week, but you know, obvious circumstances. So now that that's kind of, by, you know, proxy, nearly done, all but finished, I have other stuff that I want to do, and that doesn't mean that content here is going to change. I'm still primarily a gamer at heart, so that will continue to be the focus over here. But you know, I have other thoughts and ideas that I would like to put to form, and I think I have figured out a way to do that without it being too much effort, without being perceived as being low effort, if that makes sense. So you know, it's just a thing, and I may not even announce it on this channel. It may just be something that I do, and we'll see what happens with it. But it's a passion project that I've kind of been chasing down for a couple years now, if I'm being honest. So you know, why wait? You know, why wait? Why wait for it? I also want to upload consistently to the VOD channel. I was having some graphics card issues. That has been resolved. I have since learned that YouTube evidently balances audio, so I can basically just download live streams and just plug them into the VODs channel without having to go back and remix anything. Because obviously I do some volume boosting in post when it comes to video. But live, I have a filter on that makes it so that, you know, things aren't too loud or crackly. And boy, do things get loud when I am live. Especially when I'm summoning. So, you know, there's things like that. But, you know, I feel like now I can just plug and play. I've also been keeping live streams, like, visible on the channel. Like, normally I would unlist them and just add them to a playlist on the channel. But now YouTube's algo has not been as aggressive. There is some sort of difference between live stream videos and uploaded videos in terms of their recommendations and how that helps or hurts you. Because in an ever-increasing, you know, short-form content world, live streams, turns out, do not garner a lot of engagement when you're pushing a 6-hour VOD alongside, you know, a 30-second short. So I think they've kind of, I tested it for a little bit. I think it's fine. And so obviously we have the lives section over on the channel. So there are some live streams up, ones that aren't completely like, what am I doing with my life? Those are over there. And then, you know, I'll edit down videos where I think there's good content and put them here. And then you have the VODs channel too, if you just want to watch that, because there won't be any ads over there, because there's not enough subscriptions to the channel. So if you want to watch it ad-free, pro tip, I guess you can go subscribe over there and catch them there. Or you can just watch them here on the channel. It doesn't matter. There's 3 places that you can basically find them now. So if you're a VOD frog, you know, this is your year. I'm going to focus on additional members benefits while we're in this little YouTube section here. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time, but I wasn't sure how it would be perceived. Because for a long time, I didn't know how to balance my appreciation for people going the extra mile for me, and making it seem like everything, like I favored members, right? Because like YouTube primarily is like a free platform. Like sometimes you gotta watch ads and stuff like that. But at the same time, I want people who, you know, invest in me with their money, which is crazy, to, you know, feel like they're getting some sort of benefit or that they are heard. And so I think I have found a good plan for that. So we'll try some things out. I'm not saying it's set in stone necessarily, because it's a work in progress. So I'm always looking for member feedback on that, and viewer feedback too in general. So you know, more to come on that in the nearest future, but there will be some additional tiers and member benefits that I'm planning on launching probably this month. So I guess if that's your thing, which is probably not, probably a very select few that would find interest in that. I'm going to do some backlog game streams that might be members only, just because I don't know how many people would really care about that, and we can just kind of use it as a time to hang out and talk. I have a ton of backlog games, bro. I have so many. The problem was that I was really busy in 2022, and there were some good games that came out there. And, you know, dude, the pandemic and there is so much that came out in 2022, specifically because there were a lot of delays for the previous 2 years, right? And so I was just like, yeah, pre-order is cool, and then they all hit me, and I was like, oh my god, I don't have hours in the year for this. So now I'm kind of looking at just playing like the first couple hours and just getting a feel for it, and then continuing how I feel based on that. Kind of like the opposite of completing games. Like I'm demoing games, except I bought the full copies, and they're no longer tax write-off. It's not my proudest moment. I'm very embarrassed of the size of my gaming backlog, but this is the year I resolve that, and so I feel okay about it, I guess, at the end of the day. I want to finish my house renovations, specifically the interior stuff, which there aren't that many rooms left. This is slightly more of on the personal front. I have a lot of stuff that has taken place in the last year, one of which was buying a house against all odds in a market that was insane. But it was a fixer-up. More fixer than up, if I'm being honest. So a house that hadn't really been touched in 40 years from the 80s. Yikes. I know. Rough. Better than, I guess, earlier than the 80s, because I guess it could be older. And that's kind of what I tell myself. That's my copium. But there are a couple rooms left and things like that I just need to buckle down, and I just need to do it. Man, I want to expand the storefront now that I actually have the foundation for all of that set up. Once all the cipher listings happen, which there are thousands of listings, to be clear. So I'm starting with like 100, and then gonna try and add more weekly. But there's a lot. But I want to offer other stuff, other little craftables or stickers or. Jenna has assured me if I buy her a Cricut printer cutter thing, I don't know what it is, But if I get that for her, then she will make stickers for y'all. I don't know what those look like, but I'm always down for an investment. I also really want a 3D printer. I don't know what I'm going to use for it, but I want it. So if I could sell something that I make from the 3D printer, then I will probably do that. But I need a good reason. That's kind of where I'm at the moment. Anyway, I want to expand that. I'm going to spend less money on Fae. There have been just a lot of questionable choices made. I guess how I'll phrase it nicely. I mean, dude, between Winter Celebration and then the book 8 Celebrate, like, we got 3 orbs between those two things. Like, obviously there's normal logins and things like that that, you know, is routine. But those things that pop up throughout the year where you get, like, you know, special things, there haven't really been that many special things. And it doesn't really, like, I've seen the argument that they're, like, catering to newer players, but, like, we don't get a lot of newer players in Fae, so I'm a little confused. I guess if you don't realize that the player base doesn't have a large incoming flux of new players, then that might be a justifiable reason for you, but there's just not, though. So I'm not really sure what that's all about, but I've made videos, I've sent feedback on the regular. I started voting with my wallet, and so I thought maybe there would be content to be had here. So my current plan, and we're already into it, I'll show you the chart here in a second. I'm thinking that we're going to be about 800 orbs budgeted per month, with a total annual budget that we can't go over. And I'll show you the chart over here. I got gaslit into burning another 200 orbs that I wasn't planning on using. We're at 9? There was a manual! Oh no, I'm so upset about the Selkie. Oh no, I'm so upset about the Selkie. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I can't, guys. I can't. I only have 800 orbs a month. I literally can't. I can't. This is gonna be 100 cost. From the live stream. Yeah, from the Plumeria live stream. Thanks, chat. I appreciate you. So we're already like that was day 1. Or day 2? No. Wait, was it day 1? I think it was day 1. I dead ass think it was day 1. I think that was January 1st is when we did the live stream. Oh god. Yeah, we're like we're already halfway through the budget of the month after the first day. That's not inspiring. So we'll see. I'm hoping I have the most boring year ever. My mantra is Fae can't touch me in 2024. That's what I'm hoping for. Anyway, that's happening. So we'll see how that goes. So if you see me panicking about not getting what I'm after more and more frequently, it's because there's actually stakes on the line now. Like New Year Nerthas. Like I kind of wanted her, and I'm just not gonna get her. I'm just not getting her anymore. Like that's just the truth that I have to live with forever now until, you know, maybe next year. But they're probably gonna do some omega nonsense to her, and then I'm never gonna get her because she's gonna color share with something dumb, and I'm only gonna get that. It's gonna be Plumeria Selkie all over again. I've made my peace with that, and I am moving on for the rest of the year. The other thing, I'm going to clean up my bookmarks. I'm not going to show you because it's so embarrassing, but I have used basically the same Google account for like the last 13 years or something. And I have never removed bookmarks from it. I have always just saved stuff. Like Like I have Gen 4 Pokemon animated sprites just up in my home bar. Like, why is that there? I don't. Why do I need that? I don't know. So I'm gonna clean up my bookmarks this year. There's literally thousands of bookmarks that I need to go through. So I'm hoping that having like a monthly goal to get through them would be nice. And then kind of circling back, I want to stream more consistently, and have more of a routine with that. So maybe something like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, you know, something along those lines. And then having more consistent member streams. Stuff like that, where I feel like it's more of a routine. We have more series that we do, some regular ones that currently exist. I want to expand on those, you know, and have more regular content. Don't get me wrong, going live without a plan, it can lead you in some delightful places that you never expected. But you know, I want to be like cognizant of people's time, because especially this year, it has hit me pretty hard that, you know, time is limited. Time's always limited. So I would like to start using mine in more meaningful ways, and I would like to be more respectful of people in the use of their time. So that is my plan for this year. This year is going to change everything, I think. I'm spending less on Faye. I'm finishing my house. I might die from running a marathon. I don't know. Jenna's very concerned that I will not make it through the marathon training. But I'm probably fine. I'll probably be fine. Anyway, that's way longer than I wanted it to be, but that's my update for you all. That's where I'm at. This week has been an absolute nightmare. I may try and be live tonight to do some stuff because I have a lot of account catch up to do. So just, I guess, if that's interesting to you, then that will happen. But that's it for now. Let me know. Let me know if there's anything you're chasing down in 2024. I know that the New Year hype a week in is probably dead now, but I've been busy. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Know that I appreciate you, and that you're valued. I guess that's the takeaway from this. And I'm gonna try and prove it to you in 2024 with the stuff that I put out, I hope, and other things that I'm doing personally. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I hope to continue to see you in 2024.